Time for finance now, and Richard, a big win for big business.
It looks that way, Kath. The corporate watchdog losing its insider trading case against Citigroup. Judge Peter Jacobson found that the world's biggest bank did not have a conflict of interest when it traded shares in Patrick Corporation. That transaction happened when it was advising client Toll Holdings on a $6 billion takeover of the stevedoring company. The legal action was launched last year, with ASIC seeking more than $1 million in penalties from Citigroup. On to Wall Street now, and the Federal Reserve has kept interest rates unchanged at 5.25%. Joining us now with more is Alexis Christoforous, who's in New York. Hi Alexis, no real surprise, but what has the Fed said about the possibility of future rate hikes or even the chance of a rate cut?
Right, well Richard, that's of course what everyone was wanting to know, and in the Fed's statement accompanying its announcement today that it left interest rates unchanged at 5.25%, the Fed hinted again that inflation remains the biggest risk to our economy, even more so than the slumping housing market here in the U.S., and that was a real signal to investors that the Fed is leaving the door wide open for possibly a rate rise later this year.
And Rupert Murdoch has had some more to say about News Corp's bid for Dow Jones.
Yes, indeed. Media mogul Rupert Murdoch says he's not going to raise his $5 billion bid for the owner of the Wall Street Journal. Murdoch expects final approval from Dow Jones and Company's controlling shareholders, that's the Bancroft family, within the next 2 or 3 weeks. There are also reports that a tentative deal over editorial independence at the Wall Street Journal would give Murdoch's News Corp the sole power to hire and fire the newspaper's top editors if it succeeds in this buyout.
And the US is gearing up for one of the most anticipated releases of the year this weekend.
Oh, you bet. The iPhone buzz has reached a frenzy, Richard, here in the U.S. The highly anticipated iPhone from Apple is set to hit store shelves tomorrow evening, and people have been lining up outside Apple stores, in some cases since Monday, to be the first to get their hands on what really is the most hyped new product possibly ever. But you're going to have to pay for the privilege to own one. The iPhone ranges in price from $500 to $600, and the fees for monthly service about $100. Richard?
Doesn't look too bad. Alexis Christoforous in New York, thank you.